We went to the mountain and they said, we're going to pray for 7 days. I said, I told them, I said, I will make my own 9 days. Like, who sent me? What am I looking for? The Lord said, we all should go home. They said, I said, this is what the Lord just told me. They said, but we plan to stay 7. They said, no, God has changed his mind. Now, of course, they didn't believe me. I left there alone. I'm honest to you.
Hello everyone, welcome to Life Matters Update. I believe you are here by prophecy, and I would like you to remain here because we update our channel with life transforming messages. I don't want you to miss it, so kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Make sure you click the bell also for daily updates. God bless you. Bye.
We have the generation of Christianity is, as it were, an irresponsible generation. Our response to ability is so minimal, and we end up it is gross and crass irresponsibility to make God solely responsible for the outcome of your life. It is irresponsible to make God solely responsible for the outcome. There is a role to play. There's a role to play. Take responsibility. I told you this morning that revelation without corresponding action is what? Charismatic affliction. There are people, they get all, if you are looking for word, for talkatives, they're in the church. Pastor would talk and talk and talk and talk, no power. Lecturers. Then you see those congregation continue, talk and talk and talk, no power. People come to sing, they talk and they introduce the song with a song, empty. They finish singing the song and sing another song to conclude that song, empty. I was in a church somewhere and they said we should pray. I was listening. Somebody was going for a kidney transplant and they wanted us to pray for it to be successful. A kidney transplant, we should pray. When God has spare kidneys, we should pray for a transplant. That is what the church has degenerated to. Somebody is sitting on your promotion in the office and you say we should pray God should touch his heart. Is he sitting with his heart? I was somewhere trying to remember the state in America, and they were praying. They had a property, so the man who owed the property was giving them so much problem. They had paid their bills and done all that, and the man was giving them so much problem. And they said the man is into witchcraft. He was angry that they were praying against witchcraft and all that. So they were praying that the Lord should touch him. So I walked out and stood by the car. So the pastor ran and said, you are not here to pray. I said, I don't know how to pray that kind of prayer. I don't know how to pray that kind of prayer. The Bible never said I should pray for a witch to repent. It says, suffer not a witch to live. We kill them. Am I communicating right now? Let us responsibility. Let us. God gave you hands to lay on the sick. You using the hands to bless shawarma, bless French fries, bless barbecue chicken, hands to raise the dead. Constant foodfulness destroy fruitfulness. Constant foodfulness destroys what? Fruitfulness. To continually fill your tummy is to gradually empty your destiny. To continually fill your tummy is to progressively waste your future. Fruitfulness. If you are foodful, you will see the fake. They take on fire. They're on fire. Set standards for them. Any believer that can't quote scriptures in tandem with his age is an irresponsible Christian. 16 years old, give me 16 scriptures. 40 years old, give me 40 scriptures. There are people today, I look at them and I'm wondering, are you a waste to the kingdom? One soul not saved, prayer not done, time with God. 1 John 5:21, little children, keep yourself from idols. Your phone has become your idol. Your iPad has become your idol. Your laptop has become your idol. You spend time with your system, no connectivity to God. Do you preach this kind of messages in London, in UK, or is it taboo? You're just confined. You are confined to the excitement. You are confined to the pleasures. You are confined to the cultures. There is something more than this. God expects you to take responsibility. God will support your steps, but He will not initiate them. God will back up your steps, but He won't initiate them. You will take steps, heaven will back it up. Write that exam, heaven will back you up. Am I speaking to somebody here? Get into that project, heaven will back you up. But God will not initiate them. No. It will only back you up when you take those steps. And there is somebody here, as you take these steps, the heavens will be opened up to you. God will open the heavens unto you. The lines will fall in pleasant places. You have a great heritage. The line will fall in pleasant places. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. You will taste it, you will see it. You will taste it, you will see it. You will taste it, you will see it. Inaction is the undoing of the church. Inaction. Inaction is the greatest undoing. How many of you know that indecision is a decision? Oh, you are not aware? Indecision is a decision. Refusing to take step is a step. Refusing to by refusing to decide, you have decided. Are you following what I'm saying? Yeah. By refusing to do anything, you have done something, and what you have done is nothing. By refusing to pray, by refusing, you see, it is a force stopping you from praying. You are not tired. It's a force. It's a force. You are not tired. It's a force stopping you from praying. Force yourself to pray. It's a force stopping you from. I remember when I was growing up, I come from a privileged family, and growing up, my father had cars, he had money. I grew up house help. We have several house helps, nannies, had cars. So it was so bad that we eat up to like 6 times a day. I didn't know what was lunch or breakfast. You just eat. When you're hungry, go to the kitchen and eat. There was not. I grew up later and found out there's something called breakfast in the morning, lunch at noon. Just eat. It was so bad that we eat 1 a.m. Not eating in the dream now. In reality, 1 a.m. So we're eating you eat as you like. So when the Lord called me, when I became a minister, I had a problem with fasting. Yes, I had a problem with fasting. I had a man of God said he fasted 40 days. I said, these people can lie. I said, these guys can lie. 40 days. Only Jesus. That's exclusive for Jesus. So I wanted to fast, and the man said he prayed for 38 hours. I said, this man. So I decided to pray. So I locked myself indoors. I started praying 7 in the morning, and I prayed. I prayed. I was sweating. The sweat dried up. I prayed. You understand? I prayed. When I checked the time, it was 7:30. I said, this man lied. Because I was sweating. Back at. I prayed. So I said, okay, I won't give up. I continued. This time around, I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. I was sweating. I was marching around. I was sweating. I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. I was expecting when I opened my eye to be evening, because I was praying that long. When I opened my eye, it was 8:05. I gave up. So I remember the first time when this mountain, those people that go to the mountain, well, God help you if you are still doing that. So brethren went with me. They said we should, or I went with them, whichever one. We went to the mountain and they said we're going to pray for 7 days. I said, to them I said, I will make my own 9 days. So they said to me, no, 7 days okay. I said, no. I want the grace of God. So climbing that mountain alone. when don't forget, we started it from home. We didn't eat anything. So we drove for like 6 hours. I don't know what we are looking for. We got to the foot of the mountain. We started climbing. We climbed the mountain. As we got to the mountain top, they were praying. I was looking at everybody. I was tired. I was hungry. I was angry. Like, who sent me? What am I looking for? So they began to pray. They were holding their hands. They were praying in tongues. So I just stylishly went to a corner. Like I was shaking my head. I wasn't praying. I just walked away. I was thinking. Only first day, my life is like this. What will happen 6 more days? So when it got to my turn to pray, I said, Jesus, the Lord said I should tell us that He has answered our prayer. We should go home. Now, true life story. The Lord said we all should go home. They said, I said, this is what the Lord just told me. They said, but we plan to stay 7. They said, no, God has changed his mind. Now, of course, they didn't believe me. I left there alone. I'm honest to you. I left there. I went downstairs. It was raining. And I was under a tree. I waited till the rain stopped. And you know, when the rain has stopped, the real rain has stopped, the tree rain is still falling. It was on me. I said, never. Me, go to the mountain. Never. It's not my calling. I went to one restaurant. I sat down. I started asking myself, Jesus, you see, most of this so-called revelation, Christ has done everything. It's laziness. It's ours, a grace. Christ has paid it up. They can't pray, they can't fast. Christ has done. There's nothing for us to do. I understand. Do you know what it means to do 3 days dry? Sir, I'm being honest to you. I'm trying to relate with some of us who are at that level. So when people come around me now, you don't eat, you don't sleep. I said, this is the opposite of what I was. You're always praying. I said, it's the opposite of what I was. Sir, there's responsibility. I know you went to Harvard, you went to Oxford, that's okay. Even the devil is a graduate. I said I went to school. He told Jesus it is written. How did he know? He read it. He's learned. He said it is. How did he know? He read it. Satan is well read. So when it comes to that, no, sir. To put him where he belongs, you must engage the force of the supernatural. Am I speaking to somebody here? You must say, Young Joe was praying, and a force, a demon came, boom, entered his house and carried his bed. Young Joe went to the corner of the room and was shivering. The demon turned the room, turned the bed upside down, and took off. And he knelt and he was thanking God. Oh Lord, thank you for preservation. God said, preserve what? You should be ashamed that a demon came and turned your room upside down. What do I do? He said, call the devil back to fix it. And he commanded the force to come. Boom, it came back. He said, put that phone where you took it from. Put this here, put this here. And they put it in. He said, now get out. That is the authority of a believer. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. Number 3, and I'm going to pray. They said to the prophet, let us go. So to operate in the supernatural, you must understand the prophetic anointing. You can never advance in life without the prophetic. Without the prophetic, your life is pathetic. You must understand that there is a spirit in man, but the inspiration of the Almighty giveth him what? Understanding. The voice of the Lord is powerful. Psalm 29 and verse 4. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yea, the cedars of Lebanon. The voice of the Lord. John said, I was in the spirit in the Lord's day, and I heard a voice behind me. So how do I hear the voice of God? I must be in the spirit. It takes being in the spirit to hear the voice of God. It says it is the spirit that quickeneth. John 6:63. The flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Am I communicating here? Am I communicating here? I was in Maryland for the first time, and we had a massive crowd, so we couldn't use the hall. By that evening, we changed to another hall of about 3,000-4,000 people. There were people outside, so the police came and said they have to shut down the place. We moved to another hall. The third time, about 5,000-6,000 capacity. It was packed full, and they said the policemen were outside to shut down the hall. So I was ministering. Of course, you know the way it works in the West. I was ministering, and I gave myself to the Lord. The first case, the second. By the third case that was mentioned was a policeman. He was outside. He was the one that led others. It was the third case that was mentioned, that the wife has a kidney problem. The Lord described without his uniform. At the back, I saw him doing like this. He was waving his hand. I said, correct, good for you. They became traffic control. The man said, nobody stops them, leave these guys alone. Nobody. They began to control the traffic and control. It takes power to silence institutions. To silence institutions, power. Take the voice of God. It takes the voice of God. God is willing to speak to you, but are you ready to hear?